When you're renovating a home, there's three key things that you need to know, and it's all about the planning. So you need to make sure that you can spend some weeks before you're going to renovate your home working out how to do it. The first job is to actually make what we call a schedule of works in the industry. What that means is writing down, maybe using Excel spreadsheets, you could use Word, or you could just write it down on a piece of paper, a list of absolutely everything that you've got to do. That might be building a wall, so you need to order the bricks, for example, and you need to make sure you've got a bricklayer to actually build the wall for you. The second thing you need to do is to really understand the cost of the work involved. You've got to make sure that all the quotes that you get are broken down and that you shop around for materials. So for example, if you're using a builder or a plumber, what they might do is they might give you a cost and say, oh, your work is going to cost you £1,000. What you want to know is how much of that is labour and how many days do they expect the work to take. Second thing you need to know is how much are they charging you for the materials, and are they charging you for different materials so you could perhaps save some money. And finally, go out and search for those materials to yourself to make sure that they're not putting too much of a excess on top of the price that they're charging. You should always have, especially if you've got an old property, a 10 to 30% contingency on your budget, just in case when somebody's digging a hole, they maybe find something they didn't expect and you need to pay a bit more money than you thought to actually get the work done. So do plan your budget carefully, stick to it as much as possible, but make sure there's a contingency just in case. And finally, big mistake if you pay for all the work up front, because there's no incentive for that tradesperson to turn up. What you want to do is you want to arrange for everything to be done in stage payment with clear definitions. What I mean by that is it might be that you pay them weekly for the work. So if it's a 4-week job, at the end of each week, as long as they're on schedule, you pay them for the work that they've done that week and for the materials that they've bought. It might be that you pay for them doing a job at a time. So it might be fitting a front door or fitting a kitchen. Anything like that, just break down the payments and agree with them up front how and when they're going to be paid. Whatever you do, there could be mistakes at the end of it. So always make sure that once the job's finished, your tradesmen have left the site, you keep at least 10% of the overall budget and the cost that you've paid out to the tradesman back for a good month or so until you make sure that everything's working fine.